We are really struggling as a class with these kinds of problems, so I'm going to go through and show you how to do one complete problem. This is 6th grade, lesson 10, practice number 7. Leo needs plaster to create masks for a costume party. To make the plaster, he mixes 2 cups of flour with 7 cups of water. So on all of these problems, I'm going to start by drawing a table. You should draw the table down at the bottom of the page, but because of the way this is going to work, I'm going to run out of room if I do that. So I'm going to make mine over here to the side. I have flour and water that Leo is mixing together. He has 2 cups flour and 7 cups water. So I start with that information from the problem in my table. Then letter A says how many cups of water does Leo use for 1 cup of flour? So what I need to think about is how do I go from 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of flour? In order to do that, I do 2 divided by 2. So on the other side, I'm going to follow the same steps. I'm going to start with 7 from the top row, and I'm going to divide by the same number. 7 divided by 2. That's an improper fraction. That's what I'm going to leave in my table. It needs to be reduced, but it does not need to be changed to a mixed number. Because where I'm finding these unit rates, 1 to a fraction, I want to have something that is in fraction form that I can use later if I need to multiply or if I need to divide. So my answer is 7/2 cups of water. Then letter B says how many cups of flour does Leo use for 1 cup of water? So again, I'm going to put the 1 in the water category, and then I'm going to think about how do I go from the 7 that I started with to 1? I do 7 divided by 7 to get 1. So on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm starting with 2 in that top row and dividing by 7 to get 2 over 7 as my answer. Okay, so it is 2/7 cups of flour. Then I'm ready for step C. If Leo uses 9 cups of flour, so again, I'm going to put the 9 in the cups of flour column, how many cups of water? In order to figure out how to do this, I'm going to go back and look at, I put the 9 in the flour column. Where do I have a 1 in the flour column? Right up here, I have 1 in the flour and 7/2 in the water, which means that I'm going to multiply by 7/2 in order to get the amount of water. So I start with 9/1 as a fraction times 7/2. I'm using this row to help me figure out what to multiply by. 9 times 7 is 63, over 1 times 2 is 2. On this lesson, that is an acceptable final answer. But also, since this is our final answer and it's actually asking us what amount of water would he use in a real world kind of problem, we could change it to the mixed number of 31.5 cups of water. One more time. In this lesson, it's fine if the final answers all stay improper fractions, but on this word problem, it's also okay if we change it to a mixed number. In the table, we want to keep reduced proper and improper fractions, not mixed numbers.